We just studied the Sutram 3353 Rashmau Cha. Let's take a look at a similar Sutram now, which is 3355, which says Parau Bhuvova Jnane. Parau Bhuvova Jnane. This sutram also applies in the case of only one specific verbal root, and the verbal root is the very first verbal root in the Dhatu Patha, which is Bhusattayam. There are two conditions mentioned here. One is parau, which means that this verbal root must be in conjunction with the upasargaha pari. The second is avajnane, means the sense of the derived word. The word which is derived using this sutram must convey the sense of disrespect or insult. Avajnanam is here anadaraha, asatkaraha. So the vritti of the sutram says avajnane gamyamane paravupapade bhuvo ghain vasyat. And of course, you know the anuvritti of bhave from 3318 as well as akartari cha karake sanyayam from 3319 is coming down here, and the anuvritti of ghain is coming down from 3316, and anuvritti of vibhasha is coming down from 3350. So this sutram prescribes the affix ghain only optionally. The remaining case, when the affix ghain is not used, then we use the sutram rud or up, which we have studied. That sutram prescribes the affix up following a verbal root which ends in a dirgha rukaraha or a uvarnaha. Right now with the verbal root bhu. So in the absence of any special rule, we would have to necessarily use the affix up prescribed by the sutram 3350 when rud or up. But now this special sutram 3355 says that in the special meaning of avajnanam, the verbal root bhu may take the affix ghanya optionally, provided that the upasargaha pari is in conjunction. Recall that the anuvritti of ghain, which starts from 3316, actually ends with this sutram 3355. So the anuvritti of ghain ends with this sutram 3355, and the anuvritti of vibhasha also ends with 3355. Vibhasha starts from 3350. So anuvritti of vibhasha from 3350 as well as ghain all the way back from 3316, it ends at this sutram. Also recall that we studied the sutram 3324, which is Shrini Bhuvo Nupasarge. But that sutram only applies when there is no upasargaha present. Right now we do have pari as the upasargaha, so 3324 has no application here, because that sutram only applies when there is an absence of any upasargaha. So the example here, of course, is paribhavaha athava paribhavaha, depending on the affix up by 3357 or the affix ghain by the special sutram 3355, and the meaning conveyed has to be avajnanam, which is disrespect or insult. Derivation is of course straightforward. We take pari bhu plus up if we are using rud or up. Anubandha lopaha pakarasi sanya bhalantyam tasya lopaha. Then we do the gunadeshaha. Place of the ukara of bhu, we bring in the okaraha by sarvadhatakar dhatakayoho. Then do echo yava yavaha, get paribhava and get paribhava, which gets the pradipika sanya by krit tadhita samasascha. And in the case where we use the affix ghain by this special sutram, which is parau bhuvo vajnane, then we do anubandha lopaha as usual. Nyakarasit sanya by halantyam, ghakarasit sanya by lashakvatadhite tasya lopaha. Then we do the vridyadesha, because this affix ghain is a nyat that allows us to use 72115. So we bring in the vridyadesha aukaraha in place of the ukaraha, the ending ukaraha of the angam, and we get paribhav. Then apply echo yavayavaha, get paribhava, and paribhava gets the pradipika sanya by krit tadhita samasascha. This is how we get these two forms in this special meaning, and that also when we have the upasargaha pari in conjunction. Why does Panini specify avajnane? Avajnane kim sarvato bhavanam paribhavaha. Because when disrespect is not intended, is not the intended meaning, then the sutram will not apply. We will have to use the affix up necessarily by rud or up, and we get the form paribhavaha as a single form. Sarvato bhavanam, meaning existing all around or surrounding. There is no meaning of disrespect here, so we cannot use 3355. We use 3357 only and get the form paribhavaha.